Hello guys, welcome back to my channel guys. Today we will learn about class 10th acid, bases and salts. Let's start. What are acids? Question. Acids are substances that form hydrogen ion H plus AQ when dissolved in water. Here he is telling that acid means acids are substance that are formed by form that from hydrogen ions H plus AQ when dissolved in water. H plus AQ it will hydrogen H2O. And next, let us continue. Physical properties of acids. Acids taste sour. Example: ginger, lemon juice. Now we will learn about physical properties of acids. Let us start. Acid taste sour. Examples are ginger, lemon juice. We all know about lemon juice and ginger. Okay, next. Acids are harmful to living cells. Acids are harmful for our living beings. In our body cells, some cells will be there now. For that cells, it is so harmful. Here he is telling. Next point. Aqueous solution of all acid contain hydrogen ions. In aqueous solution, acids contain hydrogen ions. The point is telling acid turns blue litmus to red. We all know about litmus paper, blue litmus, red litmus, purple litmus. There are so many types of litmus. If we keep acid turns blue, if we keep inside the acid blue litmus inside the acid, it will turn to red. Here he is telling strong acid are corrosive. Strong acids are corrosive. Now let us continue. What are bases? In previous slide we learned about acids. Now we will learn about bases. Bases are substances that form hydrogen OH ions when dissolved in water. In bases, a substance formed hydrogen OH ions will dissolved in water. But in acids, what happens? See, acids are substances that form hydrogen ions. But here OH, here H plus AQ. Only the symbol is different and the name. Here is acid, here is base. Okay. Next, let us continue. Physical properties of bases. Bases are taste bitter. Bases are taste bitter. I will tell you about bitter. Bitter can be described as a sharp or disagreeable flavor. Next, Strong bases are corrosive. Next, aqueous solutions of all bases contain hydrogen ions. In aqueous solution, all bases contain hydrogen ions. Whichever base or OH base or anything, any base can be hydrogen ion, contain hydrogen ion. Red litmus turns to blue. Here in previous slide, blue litmus turns to red in acids, but in bases red litmus turns to blue. Okay, next. Okay, let us go to next slide. Different types of indicators. Now we will learn about types of indicators. Litmus paper, turmeric, red cabbage are uncolored. Petals of some flowers like petunia, hydrogen and geranium are natural indicators. In litmus paper, turmeric, red cabbage and colored petals of some flowers like petunia, hydrogen and geranium are natural indicators. Next point, methyl orange, phenolphthalein are synthetic indicators. Phenolphthalein are synthetic indicators. Substance whose orders change in acid or bases. Media such indicators are called olfactory indicators. Example, onion and clove. In this point here he is telling that substance whose order change in acid or bases, media such indicators are called olfactory indicators. Example, onion and clove. Next point, chemical properties of acids and bases. Reaction of acid with metals. Acid plus metal, salt plus hydrogen gas, HCl plus ZnCl plus H2. Note this point. In the exams or tests you will get this point. They will ask this point. Reaction of bases with metals. NaOH plus Zn, Na2N, ZnO2 plus H2. Sodium generate. Now I will tell you the full form. I will tell you the HCl full form, Zn, this all. HCl means hydrochloric acid plus Zn. Zn means I will tell. Zn full form zinc. ZnCl2 full form zinc chloride. H2 full form hydrogen. NaOH full form is equals to sodium hydroxide. Now Zn full form I will tell you. 1, 2, 3, go. Zinc. Okay. Na2ZnO2 full form. I will give you 10 seconds. In this middle you try. Okay, time is over. Sodium zinc oxide, H2 full form hydroxide. Now let us go to next slide. How do metal carburet and metal hydrocarburet react with acids? NaCO3 plus HCl and NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. I will give you some time. In this middle you find diazonium carbonate. No, I will give you some time. Find about HCl full form. HCl full form is equals to hydrogen chloride. Okay, next. NaCl full form you find. I will give you some time. Time is over. NaCl full form sodium chloride. Now you find H2O full form. I think you all know what is meant by H2O. H means hydrogen and O means oxygen. These two atoms mixed. That's why they get H2O. Okay. CO2 also I think you all know. CO2 means carbon dioxide. NaHCO3 means sodium bicarbonate. HCl full form I will tell. Hydrogen chloride. Next, NaCl full form sodium chloride. Okay, next one, let us go. H2O means hydrogen plus oxygen, two atoms mix. CO2 means carbon dioxide. In the above reaction, acids react with metal carbonates and metal hydrocarbonate to give salt. Carbon dioxide and water. In the above, here he is telling that in above reaction, acid reacts with metal carbonates and metal hydrocarbonates to give salt. Carbon dioxide and water. Limestone, chalk and marble are different from of calcium carbonate. Now let us go to next slide. Reaction between acids and bases. NaOH plus HCl, NaCl plus H2O. Now let us find again. I told all the names, but again I will tell. Someone I think they will skip. That's why. NaOH means sodium hydroxide. HCl means hydrogen chloride. Next, NaCl means sodium chloride. H2O means hydrogen plus oxygen. The reaction between a acid and base. The reaction between a acid and base to give a salt and water is known as neutralization reaction. See here is acid, here is base. Salt, acid means salt and base means water. Salt plus water is they are mixing. What will happen? Neutralization reaction. Reaction with metallic oxide. In this reaction, metallic oxide react with acids to give salts and water. Metallic oxide are said to be bases oxide. Reaction of a non-metallic oxide with base. In this reaction, non-metallic oxide react with a base to give salt and water. Non-metallic oxide are said to be acidic oxide. What happens to an acid or a base in a water solution? Acids react with water to give hydrogen ions H3 plus H3O or H plus ion in water. Bases react water to give hydroxide OH minus ions. Bases which are soluble in water are called alkalis. The reaction with acid or bases with water is a highly exothermic. Heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burn. The glass container may also break due to excessive heat. pH scale. Now we will learn about pH scale. Is a scale used to measure hydrogen ion in a solution. The P in the pH stands for Protonus in German, meaning power. Protonus in power. Here he is telling. Higher the hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. 0 to 6 is the acidic, 7 is the neutral, 8 to 14 is the alkalinic bases. pH paper changes color to indicate a specific pH value. pH paper can change the color to indicate a specific pH value. He is telling. Next, acidic. See this picture here. Acidic, neutral, base 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Up to 14 there are numbers. Optimal range for most life pH 6.5 minus 8.2. Bleach pH 12.5. Now let us learn. In number 1, lemon juice pH 2.0. Lemon juice pH 2.4. In number 4, wine pH 4.0. Lime pH 5.5. And human blood pH 7.5. Baking soda 8.5 pH. Degrade pH 10.0. Bleach pH 12.5. Next, the strength of acid and bases. Acid that gives rise to more hydrogen ions or hydrogen ions are said to be strong acid. In acid, there are more hydronium or hydrogen ions said to be strong acid. In this, we will learn about acid and bases strength. And second point is the weakness. The weak acid. Acid that give rise to less hydrogen ions, hydrogen ions are said to be weak acid. Here he tell more. Here he tell in here he told give rise to more and here less. In bases rise more and less. In bases we did not study. Let us start. Base that give rise to more hydroxide ions are said to be strong bases. In here he is telling bases that gives rise to more hydroxide ions are said to be strong. You don't want to eagerly read it. Simply remove the if he asked what is the strength, remove the less, and if he asked in place of less keep more. If he asks what is the strength, if he asks weakness, in the place of more strike it and write less. And next one, importance of pH in everyday life. Our body within the pH of 7 to 7.8. When pH of rain is less than 5.6, it is called acidic rain. Here he is telling that if pH of rain is less than 5.6, it is called acidic rain. Our stomach produces hydroxide acidic, which helps harming our stomach. Our stomach here he is telling in this point he is telling our stomach produce hydrochloric acid, which helps in digestion without harming. That he is telling. In case of indigestion, our stomach produces more acid, and this causes pain, irritation. To get rid of this, we use base called antacid. These antacids neutralize the excess acid. Magnesium hydroxide, milk of magnesium, is a mild base. Tooth decay starts when the mouth pH is lower than 5.5. He is telling tooth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate, which is the hardest substance in our body. Next, bee sting leaves and acids, which cause pain and irritation. Using a mild base like baking soda and the area give relief. Here he is telling bee sting leaves and acid, which cause pain and irritation. use a mild base like baking soda. It gives relief. Sting hair of nettle leaves inject methonic acid, cause burning pain. Acid. There are column. Acid on substance. Acetic acid, ginger, citric acid, lemon, orange, tartaric acid, tamarind grapes, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, all circuits fruits, lactic acid, milk, yogurt, malic acid from apples and pears, formic acid and stings. What are salts? Here we will learn. A salt is an ionic compound that forms from a positive ion from a base and a negative ion from an acid. From a base it contains positive ion and from an acid it contains negative ion. HCl plus NaOH, H2O plus NaCl. Acid, bases and salt. Next, how are salts are formed? Salts are formed from strong acid plus strong base are neutral with pH of 7. Here is telling salt formed from strong acid plus strong base or and the strong acid plus weak base are acidic with pH value less than 7. Strong base plus weak acid is equals to are bases with pH value more than 7. The combination of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide solution is called sodium chloride. Is telling large crystals are often brownish due to impurity. This is called rock salt. Next, sodium hydroxide. When electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride called barium, it decomposes to form sodium hydroxide. This process is called the Chiller-Eckl process because of the product formed for chlorinic and for sodium hydroxide NaCl plus H2O plus NaOH plus Ca2 plus H2. Chlorinic gas is given out at anode and hydrogen gas, and sodium hydroxide is formed at cathode. Next, bleaching powder is formed by the reaction of chlorinic gas and dry slaked lime CaOH2. Bleaching powder is represented as CaOCl2. Bleaching powder. Bleaching powder uses for bleaching cotton and bleaching in textile industries, for bleaching wood pulp in paper factories, for bleaching washed clothes in laundry, and oxide agent in chemical industries for disinfecting drinking water to make it germ free. These are the uses of bleaching powder. Next, baking soda. It is produced using sodium chloride. The chemical name of the compound is sodium hydrocarbonate, HCO3, NaCl plus H2O plus CO2 plus NH3 NH4 Ci plus NaHCO3. Uses of baking soda is used in soda minus acid fire extinguisher. It is also an ingredient in antacid for making baking powder. Preparation of baking soda. A mixture of baking soda along with a malleable acid such as stearic acid when baking powder is heated or mixed with water carbon dioxide is produced, which cause bread or cake to rise, making them soft and spongy. NaHCO3 plus H plus CO2 plus H2O plus sodium salt of salt. Okay, next washing soda. Now the chemical name of washing soda is Na2CO3 10H2O. Sodium carbonate of sodium carbonate gives washing soda. It is a basic salt. He is telling that it is a basic salt. Uses of washing soda. Used in glass, soap and paper industries. In these industries, they use glass, soap, paper. Used in manufacture of sodium compounds such as borax. Used as cleaning agent for domestic purpose. Used for removing permanent hardness of water. Next, are the crystal of salt dry? He is asking, are the crystal of salts dry? Now let us answer to him. Copper sulfate crystal when heated loses water and turns from blue to white. Water crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt. Chemical formula of hydroxide copper sulfate is CuSO4 5H2O. Chaos chemical formula is CaS4 2H2O. Plaster of Paris on heating Olympus and 373 K. It loses water molecule and became calcium sulfide. CaSO4 1/2 H2O. This is called plaster of Paris. On mixing again with water, it changed to Olympus. Plaster of Paris uses for making toys material for decorations, for making surface smooth. Doctor use for supporting fractured bones in the right position. See the images. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a nice day guys. Tata. Bye bye. Goodbye.